hello, lots going on in my world, so let's get this started. So basically, my dad has been really stressed out right now, which I feel so terrible about. The poor guy has been getting hounded by the media about why the fire department hasn't found the person who started the fire yet. And we honestly get at least one phone call a day at home from my dad from the news stations. It's so intense. Anyway, he's basically the fireman that's in charge kind of figuring out what started the fire, but he's having such a hard time. He basically tells me everything and makes me promise not to tell anyone. But no foul, no harm when I tell my video diary, right? So far he's had tons of leads, but not really any proof. He says that because the fire was so intense and there was so much damage to the building, that he's been having a hard time accessing the area to do a proper investigation. So he started on the outside of the school and is working his way in and looking for clues. But the problem is he knows the fire didn't start outside, so he's only getting part of the picture. And that's why there's such a holdup. He can only go as fast as the construction guys can move all the rubble. And there's so much rubble there, so I figure it'll take forever to move it all. It was neat for a while hearing all the real story, the real story from my dad, and then hearing all the wrong things that everyone else was guessing. I had to be so careful not to let them know that my dad was telling me anything, but it was honestly kind of fun using what he told me to come up with my own theories and ideas of who did what and how the fire started. I ended up having such good ideas that even the news reporters started asking me what I thought off the record. That makes me a little famous, I think, and it was honestly so much fun. I know I'm a good guesser too, because after I suggest an idea, I usually heard the same idea from a bunch of other people that really soon afterwards. And I seem to be in front of the curve on this one, so maybe I found my calling. I could follow in my dad's footsteps and maybe become a fire investigator when I'm older. Anyway, we haven't had this much action in this town for years. Maybe even forever, honestly, and I was really starting to get into it. That was before my dad told me that his most recent work indicates that the fire might have started inside the school, within the filing room. He said that most likely means that it was an inside job by a staff member or a student. It was fun suggesting ideas about people I didn't know, but that news creeped me right out. So I've decided I'm gonna start keeping my ideas to myself for now. That's so intense.